Hello, Internet. It is I, Malik Aaron, and welcome back to Box Office Predictions. Today we're going to be talking about Opus. So, as usual, we're going to be going over the pros and cons. So, let's get to it. Pros. Well, I guess we can look at the cast first. So, our main person here is John Malkovich. I guess we can talk about him first. I guess the biggest name here. John Malkovich, he's been in a lot of movies. Like a whole lot. I'm not sure. Have I ever talked about John Malkovich? I don't think I have. Holy shit, this is the first time. Let's fucking go. Yeah, John Malkovich. I guess we can cherry pick like the main movies most people recognize him from. I don't think Places in the Heart and Killing Fields are those movies. Uh, in the Line of Fire, I guess that looks like a hit from the 90s. Con Air was definitely a hit. Uh, Being John Malkovich, I know is a big cult classic. Let me just go on. So Hitchhiker's Guide it's Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Okay. Well, that movie just kind of did okay-ish. Uh, Aragon, a movie everybody hated. Beowulf. Does anyone really remember Beowulf? I feel like that movie would have been better if it was just live action. It didn't need to be a mocap movie. But Robert Zemeckis insisted it should, and yeah, the movie didn't do great. What else? Burn After Reading, I know, is like a cult classic. I know it's a movie I probably should watch eventually. Jonah Hex for the second time this weekend. I have to mention Jonah Hex. What is up with that? Yeah, Jonah Hex is a movie no one remembers one bit. And then Secreta, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. I think it did moderate. Red did good. Red was a solid hit. I completely forgot this man was in Transformers Dark of the Moon. But that made $1 billion. He was in Warm Bodies too. Okay. Red 2, no one really cared. Apparently, he voiced in Penguins of Madagascar. I think that he was the main antagonist. I think it was the octopus. I never seen Penguins of Madagascar, but that movie is kind of a meme movie, just like the rest of the Madagascar movies. And there's like a whole ridiculous scene where it's just a bunch of celebrity actors, their names being used as puns. It's just maybe I should watch Penguins of Madagascar at some point. Then there's Deepwater Horizon, which was a total bomb. Mile 22, no one even remembers that. And then a bunch of movies that were either like streaming movies or just movies that are just, um, I guess that were just like kind of released out in the wild without anyone knowing. Now we're here at Opus. And not to mention, he's going to be in Fantastic Four First Steps. They showed him in the trailer. So I should mention that as well. Yeah, a lot of people know who John Malkovich is. He's a very recognizable face, recognizable name. So there's him. There's Ao Ebert. I'm not sure how to pronounce her name. I'm sorry. But let's see. She was in Bottoms, and Bottoms was, I feel like that will very much be a cult classic in like a few years' time. But the Bottoms didn't do that great, in theatrically. But a lot of people do like it. She voiced April O'Neil in Mutant Mayhem. I know that. And she voiced Envy in Inside Out too. But those are voiceover roles. So they're not super relevant here. So yeah, I'm not sure if I would call like a recognizable face. Not yet. But hold on, has she been in anything else besides movies? I think she's been in shows. The Bear. I know The Bear was, is a widely acclaimed show. Apparently, she voiced in Across the Spider Verse. I did not know that. Let me. Who would she voice? Uh, okay, I'm not sure. I haven't seen Spider Verse in like 2 years, so not sure like what her character. I'm not sure what her character looked like. Beyond TV, she's in The Bear, and let's see. I guess I can. I should. I guess I could mention this. Um, she's one of the voices in Big Mouth. I feel like this is the first time I've ever mentioned Big Mouth on this channel, and it'll hopefully be the last. But I guess I should mention that. But who else do we got? Juliette Lewis. What's she been in? I see Ma. I see Nerve. Don't really see anything that significant. I guess there's Due Date and Starsky and Hutch and Old School. Not sure. Okay, she's been around for a long time, but she's mainly like a supporting actress. Um, Murray Bartlett. Who is the? Okay, I got nothing to say about whoever this is. Stephanie Tsunami. I got nothing to say about her either. uh, Young Mazio. Nothing to say about them. Amber Mid Thunder. Literally just talked about her. You know, being in Novocaine, how these two movies, both which have her in it, coming out the same day. It's not too often you see something like that. Tony Hale. Tony Hale. He's recognizable. Let's see, RV, Stranger Than Fiction, Informant, The Goods, The Heat, Alvin the Chipmunks, The Road. Oh no, we're getting flashbacks. So the road trip movie. That movie was a. I don't even know how to describe Chipmunks 4. That movie was something else. You know, you're remembering back. Like the main thing people remember is you probably seen this out of context screenshot from the movie where you have the turtle, not the turtle, the chipmunks, and they're put on the national terrorist alert. You've probably seen that image floating around online. That's the road trip. That's where that image comes from. That's such a hilarious. It's probably one of my favorite out of context images from a movie. But yeah, the road trip. I think this guy was like the main antagonist of the movie. I think his girlfriend like left him because he was like obsessed with the chipmunks. She wanted nothing to do with them anymore. Yeah, that movie is unhinged. I'll just say that. Um, let's see. Like pretty sure Angry Bird. That's just like a voice. There's 1517 to Paris. Does any? I don't think anyone remembers that movie. There's Love Simon, but I don't think he was like a main player in that one. It's Clifford the Big Red Dog. There's Angry Birds 2. He voiced Forky in Toy Story 4. Oh, okay. Did not know that. Well, he was the new voice of Fear in Inside Out 2 because Bill Hader got replaced because apparently the salaries were shit. So they just replaced him with Tony Hale. So, yeah. But I guess he's kind of recognizable, but not really. Well, he's recognizable to me because he was in the road trip. But, so we got a few recognizable faces. So I guess I'll label that as like a minor pro. This is from A24. A24, a pretty solid resume. They have a number of hits under their belt. Everything Ever All at Once, Civil War, Uncut Gems, Lady Bird, Hereditary, Talk to Me, Iron Claw, Moonlight, Ex Machina, Midsommar. You could just go on and on. They just had like a big Oscar movie in the form of like The Brutalist. So yeah, A24 kind of goes between like horror movies and awards centric movies. They kind of go like all over the place. And now they're starting to like really expand like their, I guess, genres, what genres they do. So yeah, so I guess A24, like their history, I guess I'll label them as a pro. Um, is there any other pros? I don't think there are. No, no. Okay. Cons. Reviews for this movie are not good. Has a 40% critic score, which is very much less than ideal. And the fact that I think this premiered at Sundance and it got like really lackluster reviews doesn't help anything at all. Because when you show off your movie at like a film festival, ideally you want it to be good, right? You want it to be well received. That way you can like build buzz for when it eventually releases like to the general public. If you don't have that, then your movie's screwed. Your movie is dead before day one. That's what happened with Indiana Jones, Dial of Destiny when that premiered at Cannes, like in 2023. Reviews were not good, and it killed the movie before it even released. Grant, that movie had way more issues besides reviews, but still, having a bad first impression at a film festival is no good, no good like whatsoever. So that's a that's a con, and I guess audience score wise, I know cinema scores a C plus, which is, I mean, this is a horror movie, so it's not like abnormal to get like a C plus. But there's no audience score. I guess very few people have seen this movie, so I guess I'll just look at the ratings myself and see what people are saying. Oh, it's a real mixed bag. It's all over the place. I'm seeing fives. I'm seeing 2.5. I'm seeing like 1.5. I'm seeing 1.5 stars. Uh, da, da, da. Let me see. So I could just go over like a few like really positive reviews and some really negative reviews. So yeah, gotta see a 4 stars. It says if you're an A24 fan, this definitely gives Midsommar vibes. John Malkovich was amazing, of course, but everyone did exceptional performances. It's one of those stick with you kind of movies that makes you realize that something like this can happen in reality, especially when people idolize superstars. And then we got yeah, this is a 4.5. It says Opus is an absurd romp and a great time at the theater. Really enjoyed it. There's a lot of new material, even though we've seen similar themes before. The filmmakers are aware of that and add enough twists to keep it fresh. Folks like enjoyed a Grand Hotel and French Dispatch while playing appreciating Office. Okay, so those are good reviews. Let's go with like a 1.5 stars. Like a ripoff of Blink Twice or The Menu and not as fun. Very stale and uninspired direction of celebrity culture and obsession. AO is great, but isn't given much to do. Yeah, 2.5 stars says we'll need to sit on this one a while. Though the concept was intriguing, the film hasn't left me impacted. I think a 1 star didn't hold my interest at all. um, So half star. Movie tried really hard to be Midsommar. The movie was messy, and the acting from the main character was just abysmal. Motives just seemed blurred, and everything was over-explained. The only things I can praise the movie are the scores and the visuals. Okay, this is whoever this person is. This Shine D really didn't like this movie. It says did not see this garbage whack movie. The writer, producer, and every cast member needs to be fired. The movie makes no sense It's not a thriller or scary movies. It's plain bull poop emoji. Save your money and time. Most of this is in all caps, by the way. So this person really didn't like it. um, let's see. This is 1.5 stars. Says this is a whole paragraph right here. Says this was a whole lot of nothing. Extremely predictable. If you have a feeling of what will happen in this movie, then you're probably right. Not one shocking reveal scene. Everything was just so bland. Kept waiting for it to pick up and it never did. And it all leads to an ending so boring and anticlimactic it's almost a joke. There was definitely something interesting in the story, but the execution was terrible. And I can't get over Malkovich trying to dance and the cast pretending like it's the best thing they've ever seen. It's awkward and not entertaining in the slightest. So, and then we got another 2 stars. Says Ao and Malkovich dazzle and celeb satire that forgets the horror. It's a 2 stars. It's like a less good Blink Twice, although the ending was interesting. So yeah, the reactions are all over the place with this, but let's just say mid word of mouth. So mid word of mouth, I guess across the board, that's a big old con. Another con is the box office is just awful, awful right now. It's so bad. This weekend is looking like it's going to be the worst weekend of the whole year. Hopefully, it doesn't get any worse. But yeah, this is just a weekend the industry is gonna love to forget. So yeah, so box office depression. I'll label that as a con. Another con. I guess I can go back to A24. I mean, A24 have a lot of hits. But recently, they've been having like more misses than usual. At least compared to like their average. Uh, trying to like see like movies like Y2K, which was like a total bust, which I can definitely compare Opus to. Who's that? Baby Girl did all right, but yeah, I'm noticing like Y2K being like a bust. I don't think they've really released anything this year, not yet, but some would say like their track record isn't like as good as it once was, or the fact that you have Neon now like pumping out like similar movies, like their own brand of like non-commercial movies, and so you have like direct competition with them now. So you gotta try harder, and Opus isn't really helping A24. So I guess A24 not hitting quite the highs they once did. I'll label that as a con. Um, anything else? Really? No, I think that's it. So opening weekend, early numbers say this is gonna hit. Let me see. 1.5 million. Apparently, it's Thursday previews were like 150K, so that's another con right there, by default. But 1.5 million opening weekend, that's pretty fucking abysmal. So 1.5 million opening weekend, it's total probably between like 3 to 4 million, and that's it. That's it for the weekend. Thank God. These 5 movie weekends are wearing me out so bad. Next weekend, there's 4, so it's better, but not a whole lot better. But we get to talk about Snow White, a movie the internet has sunk its teeth into for years because of so many things, and I can't wait to finally dive deep into it because ooh. I mean, you talk about PR nightmares. That's what Snow White is. That whole movie's a PR nightmare. And then there's all these other movies that who cares? It's mainly going to be about Snow White. So that's for next week. So stay tuned for those videos. But yeah, so that's it. That's all. Make sure to subscribe, like this video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, share the whole drill. You want to check out more videos like this? I got playlists on the homepage, all previous prediction videos I made this year, in the past few years. Want to watch any of those videos, you can go right ahead. There's also box office recaps where I go over the box office results for any particular month. My February recap I'll probably do tonight, maybe. But my March recap will be around mid-April, around Easter time. That video is going to be very negative in tone. Just going to give you a fair warning. So, yeah, so stay tuned for that. But if you want to watch any of the past recap videos I made on the channel, you can go right ahead. There's also the canceled series where I went over all the movies that were supposed to come out but didn't. Opus I never mentioned once. So yeah, never. I didn't mention a single one of these movies in my um canceled series. If I did, I probably just mentioned it in passing. But yeah, but if there's 250 episodes of canceled. You want to binge watch that whole series, you can go right ahead. And yeah, that's it. That's all. I am out. Goodbye.